win for us, and I thought we played well for the most part. I thought that first half, beginning part of the game, they really, had some great shots, and there wasn't any surprise to it because they came in being one of the best, three-point shooting teams in the country. And so, Knowles hit a couple great ones, and then Stiggers hit a couple great ones, and that's what that's what they do, and they do it really well. But I was proud that we kind of stayed, didn't get too high, didn't get too low. We were down 13-4, and then we just kind of climbed our way back. We had that scoring drought. Part of it, we took some bad shots, which is a credit to Houston's defense. They did a good job on us defensively. But we took some bad shots, which led to them getting some, easy baskets on the other way. And then we just kind of, hung around, kept playing through it, and then the second half, had a 2-point lead, and then I think we went on like an 18-1 run. And again, made shots, so when you're making shots, everything looks good. So 18 assists on 31 made field goals. Holding a team like that to 31% from the field and 26% from three is not easy to do. So it's a good job by us defensively. And everyone who played contributed and did a nice job. It's a good way to ring in the new year.
Coach, you talked about yesterday just the three-point shot and how big of a deal that would be today. They missed their last 10 in the game. How critical was that?
Yeah, I think they made they had like 5. They were 5 for 11 at half, and it seemed like they hit 5 right away. So I thought we did a pretty good job for the most part, and we held them. They didn't hit a 3 the second half, so we did a nice job defensively there, and to hold them to about 19% from the field in the second half was a credit to our defense. They kicked our butt on the glass. That's something that they kicked our butt on the offensive glass. We have to be better than that. We've been better on that. Even though we had a +1 rebound advantage, they had 19 offensive rebounds, and that's something we spent a lot of time on, and we didn't do a good job today. Part of it was the first half. We were ball watching a lot. And I thought Trayshawn Burrell was not good the first half at all. And I challenged him at halftime, and he responded, took the challenge, and played much better the second half. Nick King did not play. He hurt his ankle yesterday in practice. He is, sprained ankle, did not play. I think he's questionable for Saturday, but he should be full go for next week. And Shaq, I think he started the game. I thought he was a little bit just so-so, but I thought the second half gave us a huge lift. He had 9 rebounds. I thought he played really well the second half. And hopefully that gets his confidence going. Austin, double-double was really good. And of course, Avery made a lot of big shots.
Josh, you got off, again, with a slow start. They hit shots, and you had a couple of bad offensive possessions. You made the line change. You put 4 guys in, and they quickly got assists on 2 straight made buckets.
Yeah.
And it was early, because if you don't make that change, maybe they go on a bigger run. How important was that?
Yeah, I thought our guys to start the game, their heads were in the clouds. And so we needed to get those guys out of the game. They had to go sit, and we had to get guys came in, and I thought Markel came in. Markel had a big 3. I thought Karan played well. I thought Devontae gave us good minutes, and Calvin gave us good minutes. And then I left Austin with that group, and that 5 was good. And that 5 got us back into, we were tied 13-13. So that group did a nice job. But that starting group to start the game, their head was in the clouds, and they stunk. Those 5 guys stunk to start the game. That's why they needed to be benched.
Michael? In the early games in the season when shots weren't falling for Avery, was there anything you've done in the last week or so, maybe schematically, to try and get him looks in different ways, and was that something that contributed to his success tonight?
Well, I'm not going to tell you what we've done, but I will say that he's making shots. I mean, that's just the biggest thing, is when you're making shots, you're going to make shots, and he has some good looks and some timely shots that we needed him to hit, which he hit. And he had a couple, Michael, that went in and out too. I think he had like 2 of them that went down and out. So, we've done a couple different things, just small changes to try to get him some more looks, and he's taken advantage of it. But part of it also is when he's open, you got to make it, and he made it.
Was there something that you did differently rebounding-wise? Because you guys fell behind 14-7 there early, and it was like all of a sudden the switch flipped and they couldn't get a rebound.
Well, we've been really good on the glass all year long, and that's been staple of ours, and we work on it every day in practice with bubble rebounding, have the bubble up on the rim and shoot it in sort of like a war rebounding drill. And we work on it every day. And they kicked our butt on the glass. You got to give Houston full credit on that. They kicked our butt on the glass today. And that is something that's an area that we've been good at, and today we got beat at.
Next question.
How big a spark was that Godfrey gave you when things, early on, when things were a little messy, those 2 3-point plays? And number 2, why are you Olympic?
Yeah, one, Calvin is really giving us good minutes, Jason. He's come in and played well, and I'm proud of Calvin for not, after having him sulking, he's bounced back from the issue earlier in the season, and he's done a nice job. He's given us good minutes, and we just got to, he's got to continue to be ready, and he's done a nice job defensively. He takes charges, comes up with loose balls, and plays hard. I just got some health things I'm dealing with, but it's nothing more than that. So I'll be fine. There's nothing more than that.
Great. Josh, you were talking about Woodson's performance. Was there a little extra in his giddy up in his step because he was going up against, even though he wasn't guarding him, but he was going up against a teammate in Pollard who played in East Mississippi with him?
Yeah, I mean, and Pollard played well too now.
Right.
I mean, and maybe with both of them.
Yeah.
I mean, but because Pollard had close to a double-double, 17-7. I thought he played well. And he hit some tough shots. I mean, he hit some 17-footers. I don't know what it was, but I thought both guys played well. I mean, they were both really good. Being on the same junior college team, they were a good team.
You've really sustained the high level on the defensive end. 3 straight games, 9 pitcher numbers. How have you been able to do that, whereas in past maybe it's been a little bit more inconsistent?
Well, we've taken great pride in our defense, and I think for the most part this year, the one thing we've been pretty consistent on is on the defensive end on the glass. Is the area that we've gotten a lot better in has been our scoring, and has been doing a better job of taking care of the basketball. 14 turnovers, and 5 of them were with Pookie. I didn't think Pookie played as well as he has been in the past, but he still had 6 assists. But defensively, we've spent a lot of time via the summer preseason working on our defense, and that's important for us. That's got to be a staple for us for sure.
It was just 4 points and 9 rebounds for Shaq today, but how big was that for him?
I thought Shaq had a really good second half, and he did some things defensively that probably doesn't show up in the box score. I didn't think he had a good first half. I thought he was just so-so the first half. I thought he was still. I didn't think his confidence was there in the first half. I thought he played with the energy and effort we need. Second half he did, and he had 9 rebounds and had 3 blocks, and I thought he was active, and he was aggressive on the floor. He had made that great pass to Austin in the high-low action versus the zone, and that's the Shaq that we need. That second half that he had there, that was really important for us, for that confidence for him.
Last question, anybody? All right.
Okay, happy healthy New Year, everybody.
You too, Josh.
How's Coach Collins? He's still got the kidney stone in there, and he still has not been able to be moved, and he's still struggling with some health issues. I mean, it's just is what it is. I mean, it's mine's not as bad as Coach Collins, but it's something with the kidney. There's some stuff, and when he was in Vegas, he was in a situation that was a life and death situation, could have died. It was that serious at the time, because it's not just a kidney stone, it affected whatever did something with the kidney, blood pressure, and whatever the medical stuff is, but he was in a real, at the time you're thinking just a kidney stone, boom, 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 and 24 hours later they're saying, hey, this is, life and death situation, but then